Hi, I'm back. It's Monday, so it is Monday, right? Hi. So we have to do our oil scope for Mondays. Hi, Tanya. Hi, everybody. Um, my name is Michelle Wolf. I'm with CaddyshackDesigns.com is where you can find me. And on Mondays, I'm here every day before noon Eastern with some book studies and spiritual topics. And then on Mondays, we do a Young Living Essential Oil Scope. So, welcome to that. I know, it's crazy. Where did winter go? And it's raining so much. Okay, I'm glad you could stop by at all. Um, so, I'm going to try to get through this scope without you guys popping out of the tripod. I hooked it up on a different part of the phone. The only thing I can think of is maybe I've been using the same part of the phone for so long that it's losing its grip. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. We'll get the duct tape if we have to. So the last 2 days, I've been... Hey, Catherine. Catherine is quite sick and probably wouldn't be alive without her essential oils. I have to agree with her on that. She's very ill. I wanted to talk today about this oil, Surrender. I may have talked to... Just got on. Duct tape is the best. And now that it comes in different colors, it's even better. I just got on, Catherine. Seriously, I've been on like a minute and a half. So this oil, Surrender, I may have talked about it a while ago. I use it a lot when I'm traveling because traveling is the time that you need to be able to go with the flow, roll with the punches, because you know when you're traveling, everything that can go wrong will go wrong. So to increase my flexibility while traveling, first of all, I get my mindset that don't expect everything to go as planned, and then I take this oil with me for traveling. I love-hate traveling too. I really do have a love-hate relationship. I used to really enjoy flying. I don't like flying so much anymore. You probably couldn't pay me to fly anywhere right now with things being so extra unstable. But I got this oil out today because I've been struggling the last 2 days hardcore with irritability and easily frustrated. I physically felt horrible yesterday and mentally. And so I thought, well, maybe I'm just not feeling good. So that's where my negative mindset is coming from, possibly. I try not to analyze it too much because then you can get to going in circles and it's just ridiculous. But today I'm still grumpy. There's all kinds of reasons that it could be. Who knows? It's, when it rains like this, it gets mildew. Our house smells funny. My allergies kick up. There's all kinds of reasons. But there's other times where it rains a lot and our house gets mildewy and my allergies kick up and I don't feel so easily frustrated and angry. Actually, angry. Let's go beyond frustrated and say I've had a couple of angry bursts the last couple of days. So I thought, well, I know that when you do a lot of spiritual work and surrender and digging around in your stories, thank you, in your head, and you're releasing stuff really rapidly, the body is always the last. So my gut instinct is that this is just old stuff working its way out through my body because I'm really feeling it physically. So I did some Koya dancing and some stretching, some little yoga moves, not a whole routine because that's, I'm too lazy for that. But yeah. So my feeling is because I've been just blasting through stuff mentally that spiritually, then mentally, now it's working out physically. So to support my body with the physical outworkings of all the internal clearings I've been doing, I really find the oils fantastic. A general piss acidness. Yes. A general piss acidness has been my attitude the last couple of days. Like super grumpy. Really, really irritable. Everything's irritating to me. That kind of... I don't like it. But I want to support myself through it. So a couple of different things I use. Well, oils are the go-to. But I also use batch flour. Sometimes it's called Bach. Some people call it Bach. Some people call it batch. It's BACH flour. essences. You can get those at most health food stores. I use Rescue Remedy a lot, and I find that the two work really well together. So I'm going to dig out a couple of those too. But let's talk about the oil. So in surrender, and I'm talking in terms of spiritual surrender and supporting my body through these changes, continuing to surrender rather than fighting against the negativity. I want to stay with it. Like, I want to be present with it. I don't want to take something to numb out. I don't want to speculate about what it could be for or about. It doesn't matter what it's about. I just want to support my body through it. So in Surrender, this is the book I use the most, as I like it the most. You know, I bet if it's not 70 degrees here, it's got to be close. Reference Guide for Essential Oils. This is my favorite book. There's plenty of books out there. Most of the single oils in the Surrender blend are calming. Oh, oops. I was going to show you the ladybug, but I accidentally dropped him on the floor. 74. Wow. That's probably about right then, because we're usually about 3 or 4 degrees cooler than the lower elevations. Calming, relaxing, balancing to the emotion. Balance is definitely good. It's effective for dominant personalities who at times may become unfocused or overbearing. By balancing the emotions, clearing the mind, and reducing anxiety and stress, this blend may help recover equilibrium and calm inner strength. Hey, John. So the single oils are lavender, which is an oil that's traditionally known to balance the body and work wherever there is a need. So lavender's like if you could only pick one, I always say if I could only really pick 2 oils, I'd pick lavender and peppermint because they both are so broad spectrum. And lavender is one of those oils that works where it needs to work. It's calming if you need calming. It's stimulating if you need stimulating. It's just, you can't go wrong with lavender. It may help promote consciousness, health, love, peace, and a general sense of well-being. Roman chamomile, another awesome oil, eliminates some of the emotional charge of anxiety, irritability, and nervousness. It's calming and relaxing, stress reducing. This also has, whoops, I have a ladybug on my boob. Fly, little bug. I have a lucky boob. German chamomile, which is my favorite of the chamomiles. In my opinion, it's stronger. It packs a more powerful punch, especially toward anger and grumpiness. Okay. German chamomile can dispel anger, stabilize emotions, helps release emotions linked to the past. And since I feel like this is old stuff, was extra glad to find out that German chamomile's in it. I actually bought German chamomile in a single oil to help my husband with his anger. He doesn't think it helped, but it noticeably did. It may help soothe and clear the mind, creating an atmosphere of peace and patience. I could use some more patience. Yeah, you know how that is. You don't really know how you're coming off to other people. It's always other people who know first when you're in a funk. Yeah, I was like, let me just rub this on the bottoms of your feet forever. It actually just took a couple of weeks. Angelica is in this blend. Angelica is referred to by the German people as oil of angels. It may help one release and let go of negative feelings. Mountain Savory is in this. It's an immune support, also powerful energizer and motivator. It's got a lot of oils in it, this one. Lemon, which we know is uplifting, and lemon's another broad spectrum one that's purifying to the emotions, I think. Uplifting, enhancing, invigorating. Citrus smells are just amazing. Hi, Nina. Spruce, which grounds the body, creating balance and opening necessary to receive and to give. Isn't that interesting? Because I've been working with those concepts of giving and receiving lately, and spruce is exactly for that. Spruce is also opening to like my sinuses and stuff. It also helps one release emotional blocks. So the oils in this blend are maybe effective for help in dealing with problems related to the nervous system and emotional balance. May help reduce anxiety, calm nervousness and irritability, help balance the emotions and clear the mind. The biggest challenge for me in letting old stuff work its way through is the voices that come with it. Like emotions like that come with a negative script, and I hear the negative script running, and the challenge part for me is to keep saying to myself, that's old stuff. That's stuff we haven't thought in years. That's stuff we're not going to sink into now. I always have like this running parallel commentary. So I've got like this crappy negative self-talk going on, and I'm running side by side with it like, that's old. This is just working its well right through. Good for those who feel a need to be controlling. I think I feel a need to be controlling of I think I'm over controlling with myself. And my household is out of control with the cats working through their stuff. That's very irritating to me. Helps you ease off and let stuff flow. Yeah, I've definitely found when traveling, I feel like it increases my ability to be flexible when things change or when things are chaotic. And some people will say that the oils are a placebo effect, and that may be true, and I don't really care. If it's a placebo and it works for me, then I'm going to use it. I don't really care if I'm imagining it. The bottom line is it's effective, so I do it. I just got out my Kitty Boost, which does have some other stuff in it. Kitty Boost is a product made by a vet that I do have for my cats, and I just remembered it today. So, yeah, I'll be diffusing some of that, and there's some chamomiles in it. And I gave them all a swipe. So with cats, so what I've done already today, had to not go too much for him. Oh. Do you see them fussing at each other in the background? And these are the two that love each other, and they're grumpy. So either they're reacting to me or we're all reacting to something. They're probably feeding off of me too much too soon. Yeah, so this is a powerful oil. It's powerful. So he might have to start with something a little less powerful. So with cats, Melissa Shelton is the vet that creates some specific animal blends. They're so sensitive, aren't they? They're sensitive little intuitive creatures, and so I'm sure their irritability. Plus, they're super pissed off right now because we have a trapdoor in the deck that opens and closes. Definitely, I believe you. The new cat, Ginger Rose, is having yard time. Even prisoners get an hour a day, so I make sure she gets a couple of hours a day outside. But I have to put her outside and drop the trapdoor so that these schmucks can't get out there and mess with her. So they're locked up here so she can have her outdoor time, and they're pissed off. And I don't blame them. But with cats, and dogs too, we overdo it with oils. They're incredibly sensitive. Animals are. They're also much smaller than us. So for the cats, literally, you put a drop. You can see, I don't know if you can see the greenish blue of the chamomiles. Can you see it's like greenish blue? So that, one drop is that. So you rub it in your hands if you're doing it with animals. So you can see there's some shine there. Keep going. When there's just a little bit of shine on your hands left, see how it's less? A little bit less. Yeah. Ooh, it's really strong too. So really rub until there's just hardly any oil left on your hands. And then I go one swipe lightly down their back. Usually they see me coming and they start to move and I get their tail. I don't pull their tail. I swipe down and get some oil on them. They don't need much and they don't need it often. So I'll do it once today. I'll probably do it every day for a few days just to help support them. And then I'll diffuse this, and I'll also, earlier today I got them with the Kitty Boost, but that's a different brand. So, teensy, weensy, weensy. Plus, there's a lot of oils that you can't use on cats at all. So, I'm not the expert on that. I generally diffuse oils with cats so that they can leave the room or not. So, I want them to have as much choice as I can. So, I diffuse it. If they hang out in the room, cool. If they don't, they can go play somewhere else. Just like 3, maybe 4, not a lot. But the door's always open so they can stay or go. They generally stay. They don't like thieves. They don't like the thieves blend. They don't seem to mind citrus fresh. They don't mind. They like the Kitty Boost, and they like the German chamomile, even though it smells really strong. But I have to wait for Heath to go to work before I burn that one because he hates the smell. He really hates it a lot. I keep forgetting to use this cup. The problem for me with this cup is that now that it's cold, it doesn't keep my coffee hot, and it's small. I do too. This is where you can find me about oils. You can email me at caddyshackdesigns@gmail.com. That's the website, caddyshackdesigns.com. At the top is a Young Living tab. It'll say YL Essential Oils. But I'm trying to increase my water intake too to support my body through all these changes. So lavender, Roman chamomile, German chamomile, angelica, mountain savory, lemon, and spruce. So 7 oils. I don't think it's radically expensive either, but because it smells so strong, I usually just smell it. When I'm carrying it with me, it smells really strong. So I don't put it on if I'm going to be on an airplane or packed in with a bunch of other people, because some of these smells smell downright rotten to people. So just because it smells good to me doesn't mean it's going to smell good to them. And you can get the benefit just by smelling it. Thanks for the shares and the hearts. Just smelling it. $26 wholesale. That's not bad. That is really not bad at all. Because you're getting 7 oils, all of which are designed to help support you through letting go of being controlling, letting go of tension and anger and irritability, stress, anxiety. These are very calming. A nasal inhaler. A nasal inhaler is a good idea. You worried about that at church? A lot of people don't mind them. There are some that he just absolutely detests. So since we live together, I try not to do it. But I like a nasal inhaler. You can buy those at discoverlsp.com. Can't you? Buy nasal inhalers. You can make your own. A nasal inhaler is like you literally stick it up your nose. It's like a little plastic thing, and you can put your oils in it and inhale them, like right up your nose. I think Vicks makes one. The over-the-counter Vicks, like chest rub stuff, makes one. Yeah, like the Vicks inhalers, but it has your own essential oils in it. So you could put oregano in it, or it has a cotton wick. Okay, I never tried them, but that's a really good idea, because then you can inhale them a little more deeply without stinking up your environment for other people who may not be interested in essential oils. So, they're reusable. Okay. So you could make one with your respiratory stuff, the RC stuff that comes in the starter blend, which is great for opening your sinuses. Yeah, that's a good idea. So a nasal inhaler is an option. You can get those on Amazon or Discover LSP or Abundant Health. Good for little ones. You can wave them under their nose and you don't have to stick it in their nose. Is a good idea. Or you could just put them on tampons and stuff that up your nose. Your husband's a tool. I can't believe he said that. Just put it on a tampon and stick that up your nose. Bye. Have a good day. Have a good day, Michelle. It sounds like something a guy would say, right? I can tell you that I just started using... As sick as you've been, you'd be tempted. Maybe a Q-tip. How about a Q-tip instead? Well, no, if you put on a Q-tip, it's going to touch your nasal membranes, and as Catherine found out, that's not a good idea. He's a butt. That's funny. So Catherine shoved something up her nose. She's so sick. What did you put up your nose? And it was a terrible experience. From my understanding is it burned pretty bad. Breathe Again. Breathe Again is one of the respiratory blends. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing beside you. I put thieves up my nose once and it was terrible. It was a horrible, horrible experience. You have to be pretty desperate to start pushing stuff up your nose. I'm so sorry that happened. Oh, poor Catherine. Yes. Poor sister. That's awful. It's like insult to injury, right? You're already sick. Okay, so oils are not just for illnesses. They are for emotional growth, spiritual connection. Oh, and it didn't even work. That's the worst. You go through all that and don't even get anything out of it. I can tell you that I started using the Surrender oil again this is part of the problem with oils. I forget that I have them. Yeah, I would take the pain too if it actually did something besides make you sneeze 8 times in a row. So I remembered I had Surrender today and started using it, and I feel already a little more relaxed, a little more able to just roll with this and just, when you're going through something, you forget that it's just temporary. It's a few days of outworking of stuff that, it's good. Overall, it's good. Things have to come out. The process is not pleasant, but it doesn't take very long if you don't interfere with it. It's taking a long time because this stuff has been repressed for so long, I believe. So, as I've let it go in my mind, I have to let it go in my body, which makes my nerves a little sensitive and my emotions a little sensitive. I just smell it. I had it on my hands because I put a drop on the cats. Sometimes I'll put it on my wrist. This one's so strong. I diffuse it sometimes. I'll diffuse it tonight since everybody's grumpy. And I usually just smell it. So I've had this bottle for, at least a year. I bought it before I went to Texas to help my sister with her house, and that was a year ago, wasn't it? Or was that a year ago? No. That can't be right. Diffusing at night with the kiddo has helped. Okay. Yeah, these strong ones I either just inhale or diffuse because they are so strong. Today I was desperate, so I have it on my wrist and my hands just now and smelling it a lot. Okay. We forget because our bodies need a break to let it alone and come back. Yeah. You just stick it up your nose. With a tampon or without? May. So, coming up on a year then because I bought it before I moved here. So, and I got here in April. So I probably had it close to a year. It's barely even touched. It's not even hardly a dent in it. So, and $26 retail for relaxation and physical support. And like Catherine said, I think that's true. When I've bought an oil with the sole purpose of working on something spiritual or emotional, I use it until I forget about it, and then I let it go. I just trust that I'll use it, and then when I start forgetting to use it, it's time to take a break. So I used surrender for a while, several weeks, and then forgot about it. And thankfully remembered it today because I'm on my second day of like, biatch. I am biatchy. Yeah. Yeah. So, that's why you forget. I believe that's true. You go in cycles. You work on certain things. Instinct, definitely. It's okay to trust that instinct. Okay. Any questions about the surrender oil? It's really potent. I really like it a lot. I'm really glad I remembered I had it. And probably my family is going to be glad I remembered I had it. Actually, I haven't been snapping at people, but I've just been grumpy. And no, I don't feel good. So, there you go. If there's no questions, then I will wrap this up. And again, my name's Michelle Wolf, and you can find me at Caddyshack Designs, caddyshackdesigns.com. You can email me any oil questions at caddyshackdesigns@gmail.com. Thanks for coming. Thanks for the hearts and the shares. Have a wonderful rest of your Monday. And I'll see you in the morning for tomorrow is Course in Miracles study and the Law of Divine Compensation in the morning. Okay. Have a great day. Thank you. You're welcome.